is Shonda from Thick and Fit. Hey y'all, I'm coming today because we're gonna talk a little bit about inspirations, spiritual, or relationship. I think we're gonna talk more about the relationships. I'm coming because someone once asked me a question. They asked me a question like, how is it that you and your partner, which is over here somewhere, so if I have to look over there, I'm looking at him, I'm looking at my partner, my boyfriend, my fiance, should I say, he's my fiance now. How is it that you guys, stay so grounded? How do you wind up being like you are with each other, like best friends? And how is it that you guys can continually be that way after like 9 years? Well, my thing is, as everyone always say, is communication. It's understanding the other person, allowing that person to be who they are, not allowing that person to escape from who they are to you. Meaning like, we have issues. Yes, we have issues. Everyone has issues. But one of the things you have to understand is like, because we have issues, that's what makes your foundation stronger. The way you deal with those issues, the way you come out of those issues is what makes it even better. There was a time where I wasn't sure if we were going to continue on as far as we were, He kind of hurt me really bad, but I wind up getting over it. And I got over it because I loved him for who he was to me and aspect of what the situation might have been. I don't know if that makes sense, but the situation wasn't bigger than his love for me or my love for him. And he himself proved it by becoming what I needed for him to be doing whatever my situation was. And with me, I had to understand there were times when I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get out of it. I wasn't sure if I was when I say get out of it, meaning I didn't think I was going to be able to bring myself up. But he helped me. He loved me enough to help. He changed himself to help change me. And that's how I knew that he loved me. He really cared for me. He allowed me to have my depressive moments and allowed me to be that person for that moment because of that situation. So for me, I feel like one of the strongest points that we have in our relationship is the fact that we listen, we understand, and we allow ourselves to have the issues, allow ourselves to have the sadness, allow ourselves to have the anger, allow ourselves to have the uncertainty. Because nothing in our lives is certain. But what we can have that can create our certainty for who we are is knowing who we are to each other. So again, to answer that question, I feel as though it's just knowing who you are, knowing how to talk to the other person, allowing the other person to be themselves. Believe me, it makes such a big difference. And if that person is truly for you, they will allow you to be themselves. They will allow you will allow them to be who they are. And then you will wind up creating something that can grow and grow and grow because you have no judgmental qualities about, the situations, about the relationship. There's no more judgment then. So I guess, again, the only thing I can say is this, is they allow each other to be who you are. And if that person is for you, they will allow you to be who you are just as much as you allow them to be who they are. And you will continue to be strong. You will continue to go forth, create that beautiful relationship that I don't want to use Beyonce and what's his name? And Jay-Z. And I kind of don't even want to use Will Smith and Jada, because you become that relationship everyone else wants to be like. You become that perfect relationship when you allow each other to be you allow yourself to be who you are. And I guess that's about it for me. It's like, that's one of the main things, but that's not all. Believe me, we're going to be talking more about this if you have any questions, or if a question just coming, from one of my random friends or whatever, and they asked me a question. But one of the things they did ask me is what allowed it? How did you guys keep strong? I put aside, and another thing you have to do, this is one more thing you gotta understand. You can't allow other people's judgments, people's understandings to impede on your relationship with the other half. Meaning like, everybody's understanding is not the same as yours. You have to understand, like, I know that this person is for me, and believe it and know it and work it out by yourselves with that person. You don't need to go anywhere else. And I say by yourselves, you and your God creator. Whoever that God may be, or create the inspiration that inspires you to be who you are now, that's who you work it out with. Take it in heart first. Take it in your mind first before you start dwindling out, going to your girlfriend and talking about, hey girl, such and such did this, such and such did that. No, don't do that. Because people take what you say personal, and they wind up using what you're saying and try to make it as though they're the you know, like their opinion really does count. And sometimes it does. But you gotta go for your own, knowing what you know about that person before you can go with what anybody else has to say. And I think that's the other part of it. I didn't listen to what everyone else would say. And that's why I'm happy now. I've been with this individual for going on 10 years. And I don't regret anything or anything that, everything that has happened to me, I'm glad it did. So, you too can be in the same way. Just understand that if you do, you just allow it to be, you allow that person to be who they are. And you accept them for them no matter what anybody else say. This is Tronda with Thick to Fit signing out.